Leo, I meditated on your energy and I pulled three cards: the Two of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Right now, in your energy, there seems to be either a partnership, choice, decision, or a collaborative partnership, career, a decision and choice that you've made that was very special to you, something that you felt was very aligned, and it still could be aligned. There could still be chemistry, there could still be skills that you have, there could still be alignment with something, right? But I also pulled the Six of Pentacles. Whenever I pull the Six of Pentacles, I immediately feel this instantaneous pressure for the situation to turn out more equal. I don't want to see a situation or feel the energy of a situation where someone is giving very little to someone else in favor of another situation, another partnership, another choice. Now, when I pulled the Six of Pentacles for you, I immediately thought someone isn't giving equal give and take, or someone is giving with the expectation of receiving something else. The next card I pulled for you was the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords, if this spread, is really diligently looking at that Six of Pentacles. I mean, he's anxious about it. He's not focused on the future. There could be a partnership, a situation, decision that you made when it came to your worth. And by your worth, again, I want to say that this is a general reading. It could be career-wise. Maybe your job wasn't paying you what you feel like you are owed. Maybe someone in your family isn't respecting you. Maybe you've accomplished something, or maybe you're defending people, or maybe you're protecting people and they're not giving that same energy back to you. There's something in your life that was imbalanced when it came. There's something in your life that was imbalanced, especially when it came to resources, time, energy, care, and especially empathy. I'm not kidding when I say that that Six of Pentacles, whenever I pull a Six of Pentacles, it always stresses me out. Because it looks like on the surface, oh look, it's equal give and take, right? But it could be breadcrumbing. It could mean not giving to you and giving to other parties. It's a situational card. And with that Page of Swords, it's almost like analyzing a situation or looking back at a situation that was not fair to you. Something that you felt was mutual, something that had chemistry, a powerful chemistry, a Two of Cups chemistry. But it wasn't equal. There was something about it that was either hidden or invalidated or not chosen in a way, not prioritized. And you could be ruminating over it or looking for answers about it from the universe, or going back through your memory and trying to figure out or find validation. Maybe this person or situation convinced you that you were wrong to believe that what you were getting wasn't equal. Maybe someone or something convinced you that you aren't as skilled as you think that you are. Whatever it is that you're looking back on, whatever is keeping you up, whatever you're watching, Spirit wants you to know that you made the correct decision. That the energy that you are currently in is the correct energy to be in. Regret, disappointment, sadness, a little bit of instability and loss, having to rethink the future, maybe a little bit of a foundational shift as well, is the correct energy to be in. Not necessarily because your feelings are invalid, not because you aren't skilled, and not because your instincts and intuition is wrong, but the opposite. They're actually correct. You were right to leave. The situation was real and valid. You did have chemistry. There were mutual feelings. It could have been beautiful. Whether that was you being promoted, whether that was you getting along and moving and rising in your career, whether that was getting along with in-laws, whether that was getting along with coworkers, whether that was getting along with your person of interest or your former person of interest. You were right. It could have been great, but it wasn't aligned. Spirit is saying that disappointment, that sadness that you feel, that loss, is exactly where you're supposed to be. There's a lesson there. So moving forward, I'm going to do a 5-card spread. I'm going to tell you what's loudest right now in your energy. I'm going to tell you what you're missing. I'm going to tell you what's influencing this underneath the surface. I'm going to tell you what wants your attention next, and I'm going to tell you what the takeaway is. It could be relevant to the message I meditated on, or it could be completely different. It just depends. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Spirit, give me Leo's 5-card energy spread. Give me Leo's 5-card energy spread. Let's start with what's loudest right now for Leo. Spirit, what is loudest right now for Leo? There's a lot of tension right now with you. I just saw the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of energy built into you that isn't going anywhere. I just saw the Devil and the 7 of Wands. There's a defensive energy and also a toxic dynamic possibly, or an unhealthy, limiting, inhibiting dynamic where there wasn't room for expression. Maybe the allure of it was the lack of emotions, what wasn't said, keeping things quieter. Spirit, what's loudest right now for Leo? What is loudest right now for Leo? Again, you could get a totally different card for the 5-card spread. We have Justice, Truth. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Truth. Accountability, fairness, stability. Major Arcana for Libra. You could have you could have Libra in your chart. Someone else could have Libra in their chart. This is something that you really saw as stable. You're still reeling from it, the injustice of it. That's why the Queen of Pentacles is here. Underneath that is the 10 of Pentacles. This was something that you saw and invested in, you really cared about. It defined a part of who you were. It really mirrors that 6 of Pentacles energy. There seems to be a lack of accountability, a lack of equal give and take. I think there's also, this may not be for everyone, but there needs to be protective energy around you. You need to protect yourself, especially when it comes to outsourcing your energy to other people who don't deserve it. You don't want to overexert yourself to the point where you have nothing else to give yourself. You don't want to do that. Okay. Spirit, what is Leo missing? Page of Swords. Again, you're watching something. You're surveilling something. What you're missing. That Nine of Swords. To the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is what you're missing. It's that same energy of looking back and wondering if you made the right choice. What you're missing is the detriment that it's already caused. The sleepless nights, staying up, overthinking, the loneliness of it, everything that you are feeling right now. That Five of Cups energy, everything that you are feeling right now tells you that there's no need for that Page of Swords. There's no need to look over your shoulder. There's no need to overanalyze the situation and wonder if you could have compromised better. That's what that Six of Pentacles is really trying to say. Well, could I have compromised better? That Two of Cups with the Page of Swords and that Six of Pentacles. That Six of Pentacles between a cup and a sword is very pragmatic. It's very practical. It's very, well, could we have written a better contract? Well, could I have compromised better? Well, maybe I could have came up with a new idea. Maybe I didn't outsource my energy properly. Or maybe I didn't explain myself as well as I should have. No. All of those thoughts are confirming that you made the right decision. That's what you're missing. You're not supposed to sit back and overthink a situation and lose sleep. That's not what is aligned with you. That's not what Spirit wants. Okay? Spirit, what is influencing Leo underneath the surface? What is influencing Leo underneath the surface? I'm going to take you. We got the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands. You're still wrestling. You're still wrestling. I think that the situation felt exciting for you. You had an idealized way of looking at it. You considered it a blessing. It could have felt very aligned with you. The Hierophant tells me that you were willing to commit to it very deeply. So what's influencing you underneath the surface is not necessarily the commitment itself. It's what do you do with all the space that you provided for it in your unconscious and your consciousness. But especially since this is the third card for what's influencing this underneath the surface, it's your unconsciousness. What do you do when you've programmed your unconsciousness to make room for momentum? What do you do when you tell your unconsciousness to wait? What do you do? What do you do when you tell your unconsciousness that there's stability? That Queen of Pentacles and that 10 of Pentacles came out again. This was something that you saw long term and you were very much willing to invest in it. And that Hierophant tells me that that idea is still very much implanted in your unconsciousness. That's why that Page of Swords is still looking back like, is there something? Did I not wear the right outfit? Did I not send the right resume? Did I not have the right tone when I spoke? Did I not call enough? Did I not text enough? this felt like a blessing. This felt like something that was your Queen of Pentacles. That was your Ten of Cups. Excuse me, your Ten of Pentacles. This was stability. This was family. This was something that was meant to define you in some way. And that's what's influencing everything underneath the surface. That's what's influencing that Page of Swords. I was supposed to build off of this. I was supposed to make room for it. I didn't anticipate not having to make room for it. All I saw was momentum. I waited for this opportunity. This is what felt aligned. Spirit, what wants Leo's attention next? What should Leo be focusing on next? We have the Sun, bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords underneath that. What wants your clarity is the Sun. Or what wants your clarity is the Sun. What wants your attention next is clarity through the Sun. During this grieving stage, what's going to help you move out of that Five of Cups, trust and believe, you should still be in the Five of Cups energy. But what's going to help move the process forward is looking at the situation from a more strategic way. Looking at it from other people's perspective, other situations' perspective, another institution, outside of yourself. Clarity outside of yourself. Not to look back at yourself and think, oh, well, you weren't worthy of this. No. To look back at it and see the coldness, the coldness reflected back to you. That's what you have to go back and look at. It was never the Queen of Pentacles. It was never the Ten of Pentacles. The Sun, that child there, you see how they're holding that banner right there? That yellow, orangey banner is heavy, but the child lifts it up easily. And white horses in tarot always represent assistance. So Spirit is helping you. Spirit's like, whatever you thought that this was going to be, whatever you told yourself that you missed out on, that Two of Cups, that chemistry, that, oh, my resume fits this job description. Yeah, no. They had crappy people who worked there. The co-workers were lame. The in-laws the in-laws were mean. The AI generator accidentally thought that your resume was fake. The person was lying. They had a whole wife and kids. They had a whole husband and kids. Whatever, it was not. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. The Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, they don't have a Seven of Swords anywhere. That's not a thing. That's an illusion. That Sun wants clarity for what was your attention next. Lift the burden. That child is holding a big banner because it's light. It's no longer a burden anymore. It's light. It's flowing. There's the assistance from Spirit. It's like la la la. It's nice. Don't burden yourself. Don't burden yourself. Let it go. Embrace the Five of Cups. Embrace it. And don't be upset about the fact that, okay, well, something looks like the Queen of Pentacles, something looks like the Ten of Pentacles, but it was the Seven of Swords. Don't crap on yourself for that. We live in a time, in a period where it's people are so in situations and institutions, everything is fake. There's like robots are making hamburgers, you know? It's very easy to think that something was made with love when it was made by something that didn't have even a soul, is what I'm trying to say. So embrace that Five of Cups energy. It's totally, that's where you're supposed to be. But it's supposed to be disappointment and regret. It's not supposed to be looking back and thinking that you missed something. You didn't miss anything. Spirit, what is the takeaway for Leo? What is the takeaway for Leo? That's too many cards. What is the takeaway for Leo? What is the takeaway for Leo? Oop, fell out. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. A new beginning, mental clarity, temperance, the Angel card. I love the Temperance card. A lot of people think, I always say that, a lot of people think, why? Why do I say that? Why do I have to do that? It is seen as a card of the right action, and I actually think that it fits you. I was going to say it's a morality thing. I don't think it's a morality thing. It could be, with that Seven of Swords. The takeaway is embracing things that want you back. Embracing things that fill your cup back up. Embracing things that admire your skill set, what you have to bring to the table, your unique skills and abilities, all of it. All of it. And also mental clarity. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Embracing a new beginning. Moving out. Eventually. But you still have to grieve. But after the grieving happens, let the mental clarity come in. New ideas will come in. Mental clarity will come in. But it's going to hurt. The Ace of Swords is a sword. It's a very sharp sword. It's the type of sword that can cut through the moon, through the fog. It's not a butter knife. This could be crossing other people's boundaries. It could be changing something. It could be challenging expectations, even challenging your own expectations. But it's embracing clarity about what that Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles was. And also following a new creative spark, a new beginning. That is not the Six of Pentacles. I told you that Six of Pentacles always gives me a little bit of a... I mean, look at it. I mean, if you really cared, you know? If you really cared, wouldn't both his hands be out? Look at it. Wouldn't both his hands be out? He's holding an object. Why? He's giving crumbs to one person, and the other one is not even looking at the object. What is the intention of the object here? Nobody's looking at it. Nobody's looking at it. He's not even looking at it. It's a status symbol. It's like, I can go on. And the Six of Pentacles isn't always bad. Sometimes it really is equal give and take. But in this situation, the energy I'm picking up, and it's not. It's unfair. It's screwed up. It's the Seven of Swords energy. It's you sprayed, excuse my French, you sprayed perfume on a dead corpse, and yeah, it's one of my favorite analogies. Whatever fills your cup. Whatever fills your cup, okay? So Leo, that is my general 5-card energy spread for you. Again, my name is, I don't think I introduced myself. My name is M. This is M Pluto. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.